Hello guys, Wanda here, and today I'm going to be doing a jellyfish, and it is from my coloring book. This is it. The coloring book is grocery store aisle kaleidoscope coloring, Magnificent Creatures, volume 17, and it is just absolutely has some amazing, just beautiful animals in here. Just, oh, the sloth, just gorgeous. Anyway, so today I'm going to do this. I want to do so bad. Look, I mean, come on now, how cute is that, right? So, okay, enough of that. So I have traced just sections of Mr. or Mrs. or the jellyfish onto my rock, and I'm going to start off with a wash of watercolor. So I'm just going to scribble that on with my watercolor pencils. So I have a little cup of water, these 4 colors and watercolor pencils, and this is King Art brand watercolor pencil. Sorry, I'm looking for my box. There it is. This brand. They're woodless watercolors, and they're so easy to use. Anyhow, I am just going to put some color on my rock. I'm not going to put any inside the jellyfish, but I'm also not going to worry about color getting in there when I'm blending it with the water, because we're going to be foiling this whole jellyfish. I know, right? Whose crazy kooky idea was that? Mine. All mine. So seriously, I'm just like coloring like a 2-year-old. Not even in the lines. So much fun. So, I have a song stuck in my head. It's either the Beatles or Paul McCartney, or maybe Wings. I don't know. Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. Yeah, that song. Who's knocking at the door? Okay, I'm just gonna add some colors to it, just so we're not like all one color. And the other one. Basically, I'm going for a nice aqua color. Watercolor, you know. Alright, get big brush. Dip it in the water. Start in the white and come out. Just activate your pencil. You basically just want to take out the pencil marks. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't look like you scribbled with a pencil. And don't worry about how it looks right now, because we are going to fix it up just a little bit. Okay, I think I got all the pencil marks out. Okay, my rock's nice and wet. And get a paper towel. Just sort of take up some of the color on your jellyfish. Not that it matters, it doesn't. If you want to leave it there, that's totally fine. Because jellyfish are sort of transparent, you know? So they don't need to be white. Anyways, I'm going to start adding back in a little bit of this color, some more with the pencil on the wet parts. Just to deepen it up a bit. Smaller watercolor brush, get it wet, and activate your pencil. No particular order or fashion. This time kind of stay out of the jellyfish, but again, don't panic if you get inside there. Now you can grab your other pencils and pull some other colors in so you're not all one color, you know. Don't be afraid of the watercolor, guys. These pencils make it just really easy. Very, very easy. And as you can see, I'm not doing anything particular. I'm just putting color in. I'm not even doing it nicely. I'm basically sloppily adding some water and putting colors, different colors where, you know, I think they might look nice. Okay, once you're done adding your underwater seascape background, clean up your area because watercolors can be quite messy and we don't want to get them everywhere. So, because we're going to be working with some foils, not that it really matters, but you know, if you want the back of your rock to stay nice and bright and white and you not have to worry, or you know, have to paint it because it's beautiful and you don't want to ruin it, right? Let's check our back. See, so it's nice and white and we want to, oh, so catch the colors if they leaked while they're fresh and wet. And usually you can take them right off with some water. Now, when your watercolor dries, I want you to spray seal it with a matte spray. Like a Rust-Oleum 2X matte is what I'm going to be using. And that way it won't transfer onto our hands while we're working, and we won't spread it around in case for any reason our workspace it gets wet. All right, guys, once you're dry and you can touch it and work, we're gonna color in our jellyfish just a bit, because I'm going to use one of my favorite sets of foils on this jellyfish. So just needing to give a little bit of definition to the jellyfish. So I'm gonna go through and do a little something something. Kind of messy, not a big deal. If you look up jellyfish for a reference photo, they're quite fluorescent-y, some of them looking, you know. So I'm just giving a shadow here, and then I'm going to use some pretty vivid colors. If you have highlighters, those would work probably really well. This is Chromatech pens I'm using. This is Color Ginger. These are watercolor markers. And you can probably do this before you spray if you haven't been following along with me. I just changed my mind at the last minute. So, you know. All right. The jellyfish I like has like this glowing bell with red rim here. Pardon the police outside. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's fire ambulance. I'm not sure which one. Hope everything's okay. All right, and then fluorescent orange. And I'm going to be using the water brush again with a little bit of water. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that tapping, but those are huge June bugs. Huge. Huge. Like, that big. Just big. Big June bugs. Yes, South Texas has some bugs bigger than your car. All right, I added a little bit of yellow, but other than that, it's all the red and the fluorescent orange. I'm going to line in Mayan gold, and that is, I don't know the number on it. Anyways, it's by Full Art. It's basically a silverish gold, or an antique, not antique gold. It's like a silver gold. Antique gold's really yellow. So I'm just going to line around my jellyfish. And I want a nice good line because we are foiling, and I want to use it like a bridge, or not a bridge, a fence. Like a fence to keep the foil glue in. So go around and line everything. And you can definitely do this with a pen if you have one. If you have a gold Posca or art liner, Thule art liner, whatever you have in gold is totally fine. Or it doesn't even have to be gold. Heck, it could be black, silver, bronze, rose gold, white, whatever you want. You do you. And I'm gonna do crazy me. I mean, look at these kooky colors. I'm in that mood today. I've been doing strange art today. I tried to make a tree earlier, and it's definitely 4-year-old coloring book day today. So each one of these sections in the bell here are going to have a piece of foil in them. This foil. This is going in the bell. Isn't that pretty? And then this one is going in this big piece here, which is, it's a different sort of piece on the jellyfish, but anyways, it's coming down there like so. And on the little ones, I'm going to dance back and forth between zigzags and floral holographic patterns. This one. So those are going to be for the tentacles or whatever those stinger things are. Whatever the fun bits are, right? So I'm going to go ahead and line, and I will see you back here momentarily. All right, it is lined. And this is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but it's a very large piece of Santorini. I'm looking for my ruler, and I never know where my stuff is. Let's see what I'm working with here. 8.5. 8.5 inches. That is insane. Okay, cool beans. Yes, I said that, cool beans. So I'm gonna foil, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't been foiling a lot in the last little bit. I've been taking a break because my skin needed a break. Everything needed a break, but I miss it so much. I gotta foil. So let's get our foil on. I am using SXC nail art foil glue. I have poured some into a dish here. And I'm also working on another project over here that I'm curing, so hopefully I won't cure my glue while I'm doing this. So the foils I have picked out, these are going to go in the bell up in here. I'm going to do each section. And this pattern is going to go in these bits. Not all of them. This one's going in the big one, and this one is going in another one. So, in some other ones. So they're going to be, it's going to be all over the place. But it's going to be good, I promise. Because foil, there's like, it's win-win. It's foil, right? It's foil. All right, I'm going to start at the top of the bell. You know, I think I'm going to do that one different. Make sure you're using your PPE, folks. Mask, gloves, goggles. I'm going to be using the Sun Mini lamp. This one, 6 watt. This is by 5 Below. I'm just going to hit it real quick, make sure there's no bubbles in there. Cure that. 1 cycle. And up there, I'm going to use a piece of this foil. It's transparent. Actually, if I can find it. This stars one here. Yeah. This is happening up there. It's real important, guys, that you have a pair of scissors handy when you're foiling. It's too hard to try to do this from the rolls, okay? And if you don't have rolls and you're working from the strip samples that you buy, still, it's way easier to cut them. And I don't know if you can see this, but inside my foil box, I have some strips of fabric softener dryer sheets. I guess they're dryer sheets. anyways, for static, because foils are very staticky. So it's always a good idea to keep a dryer sheet handy, cut it into little bits, and, you know, put them in a box and pull it out when you need it. It helps a ton. Right. Also have some Q-tips or a silicone nail tool at your disposal when you are working with foils. This is a silicone tool, soft Q-tip to get those edges down, any bubbles. And then hang on to your pieces so that if you need to do a touch-up, you've got them around. Plus, you can reuse them. I always put these in a container and just, I hang on to them, and I have a big jar full of foil pieces. All right, let's see. I get another section going here. Now I'm going to move down to this part of the bell. Oops, the light is curing my glue. It's getting very sticky. Sorry if I'm out of the camera. Give me just a moment. I'm going to do a few of these at once. My glue is really thick because my light cured it a little bit, but that's actually going to work in my favor. It's going to give me a nice 3D look. See how thick that is? It's very thick. So let's see if hopefully I can make it spread out through the whole bell. Also, it's pretty important that you're using a disposable brush or a fine liner brush that you can clean and reuse, because to get into these little corners, it just wouldn't be possible with the fingernail polish brush that comes on the jar. When you're working on fingernails, they're like, you know, they're wide and they're straight, and it's easier to just do that. But there's little tiny corners and tight spaces, and you can control that glue with this brush a lot easier than with that wide brush on the polish bottle. So trust me when I say it is necessary, and that is not a step you want to skip, because you will regret it, I promise. There are places like you can put it down the center here, but when you get up into these little tiny tight spaces up here, you really need to have a tiny brush. Now I'm doing a lot at once. You do not need to do this. You can do one section at a time. This is more of an advanced foil project. Not really advanced, it's just a bigger foil project. It's a lot of foil. So if you're just beginning, I suggest doing a couple of small ones first so that you can get used to your light and your glue, because it's definitely some muscle memory. You want to get used to how it feels, and each bottle of glue, see, I'm going to use it from the bottle here, poses a new potential difference, because for some reason between the bottles of glue, some are thicker, some are thinner, some bubble, some don't. It just depends on, a lot of it is the weather, believe it or not. If it's humid, if it's hot, if it's cold, it affects it so much, doesn't it? Ask my foilers, they'll tell you. Hopefully here I have enough to finish that piece, and then we'll get a new bottle out. Those June bugs are hitting my window. They want in. They see the light. Sounds like someone's out there tapping on my window. It's kind of eerie. Now I'm freaking myself out, y'all. It's dark outside. I also have little geckos that visit me at nighttime on the window. All right, let me give this a torch. Okay, I'm going to bring it up and show you how glossy. See how this one's a little, that's because I used it out of with the brush from the jar. So I got to fix that. That's not going to work. Right. See, now it's all glassy and pretty. All right. This lamp is a lot bigger than the Mac Art, but Mac Art's wonderful. Love it still. This one, I could just do this whole space, where the Mac Art, you can see, is a lot smaller. I'd have to split it in two. See how much smaller that is than the other one? Let's see. That much smaller. So we're going to give this a cycle. I gotta change my gloves already. Let's see. See my fingers? That's the allergy. I wonder why it's so blurry, my camera. Huh. All right, gloves coming. Back here one more time. All right. See how many we can do here. Didn't want that to lay down there. Oops. Okay. Well, that's a mistake. I'll tell you how to fix it. So when you lay it down, these are kind of in patterns, right? See, so this is actually a whole piece of foil here, and there's nothing there. So it'll be a blank spot, and I won't be able to foil over it. So I'll have to re-glue this section if I want it to be filled with a foil. I'm just making sure the edges are in and down. Okay, good. Look how beautiful, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. All right, so to fix this, you can actually, I might be able to just fix it and reuse it. You can remove that foil with a little bit of alcohol and rub the top real quick. Sometimes it even leaves the glue still sticky, so we shall see here in a moment when it dries. Yeah, not so much. It is sticky, but I don't think it'll take a foil. So I'm going to reapply some glue here. Not a lot, just a thin layer, I hope. You could have left that there and foiled right over it. That's totally an option too. I just didn't want it to be obscured. I want the pattern to show. Always a good idea to have some alcohol around. I haven't cured that yet. I'm going to try to, what I should have done is foiled these two first and then moved over try to lay these two down. And there's a section up there that didn't have foil in it. So see, I haven't touched that yet and it's still not cured. So I'm trying to stay out of it because it's wet. There we go. Yay. And cure for a cycle. Okay, that one is cured. Now let's apply this foil here. I love this foil on the jellyfish. Oh my gosh. This is so much prettier than I thought it was going to be, and I already thought it was going to be pretty. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Whew. All Alright, let me put my spares over there. I got an extra piece left here. Put that in the reuse box. Let me check on my piece over here. Okay, so I'm going to do this big piece here. I'm going to try to get the last bits of this out of here. Whoops. I'm making a mess with the glue. And thankfully we sprayed our watercolor with Rust-Oleum, remember? That's why it's important, because if that would have just happened, we would have removed the watercolor. The glue will do that, and it's real hard to touch up watercolor. So I can clean that off of there if I don't cure first. I gotta finish putting this on, then clean off that, and then cure this. So if you drip glue somewhere it's not supposed to be, that's totally okay. Don't panic. Just get your either alcohol, hand sanitizer, or worst case scenario is, you know, acetone, but that will take off the spray that we put on. Alcohol will too, but you have a second with alcohol. With acetone you don't. It's just gonna take it off. Okay. See what I can do here. Okay, I think we're good there, I hope. All right, and then cure that for a cycle. Okay, that's cured. I'm gonna try to get all three of these colors in here. Make sure all of your edges are down when you're working with a pattern. This is not that important when you're working with these transparent ones like this, but these patterns, you need to make sure it's definitely all the edges are down. Now I feel like this is a little gooey, so maybe it didn't cure all the way. Since it is transparent also, you can pop your light right on top there and cure right through your foil, just to make sure that it's sealed before you remove it. And when you remove it extra slow to make sure it's laid down everywhere. Like, see, I missed a spot right here. I don't know if you can see that, but the foil didn't lay down right there. Can you see that spot? So I'm going to put it back down and try to get it back down in there with this little stylus pokey thing, but be careful, don't poke through it and damage your project. Don't do that. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we're gonna be good. Now this right here, I'm gonna have to touch up with paint. Oh, missed some spots down here. Darn it. So I'm gonna reline that again. That's why you gotta look really closely and go really slow. So when I'm all done, I will come back in with gold paint and reline this here so that I can touch all that up, because that looks awful. And hang on to this in case you need it again when you're done lining. It's killing me. Alrighty then. Alright, so I'm going to move on to these tentacles, or I don't know what they are. Long stinger thingies. Okay. I'm going to cure that. Okay guys, we're going to be working with this one. Just a little part here. And I'm going to cut this. And this little part here. And then this one is getting the flowers. Or whatever, floral something. And then right here, see how pretty? All right, I'm going to continue doing these, doing each one different well, not different, but this one, this one pattern, and that one in the other. I'm sure there's a name for that pattern and I cannot think of it. Okay, I think our glue is gone. I have some more coming. Okay, new bottle. I'm going to go back to the tray because this is very thin compared to the other one. Okay, I'm going to cure these and then I'll be right back to show you the application. Okay. Okay, on to the next one here. Okay. Oh, here it is. Gonna cut off some more of this one and of this one. Okay, these two, see how they're separated? Messed up right there. So I'm gonna try to hit them both with one foil. And then down here. Those two came out very pretty. Alright, I got this one to do in between. And that's that kind again. Weird, but... This new bottle of glue that I opened is being temperamental. It's thinner than the other one, but it's also bubbling and wrinkling, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes just the texture of them is different. And then I thought about it. I have my fan on right next to me, so it's probably interfering, but I changed the light and that fixed the problem. So I went to a lower wattage. It's not lower watts, it's just a dimmer. The Mac Art's dimmer than the other one, than this big guy. So I'm going easier at it instead of, you know, too much light. Evie's very temperamental. You just have to work it out. We are so almost done. I think I like it. Okay, that's cured. Let me see if I can do this without. Aha! Yay! Okay. Absolutely foiled all the way. So now I'm going to put a few rhinestones around it and see. The question is, what do we want to use? I don't know if I want rhinestones or if I want metal sequins. I don't know. Let me see. This is a metal sequin. Come on. Something like that, and then we could do not that one, but I do have these longer ones. Like that down there. I think that's pretty cool. And then up here, let's see. Come on, turkey. Oh man, that's all I have. I don't have another one. Oh, I don't need another one. That's a different. That's cool. Okay, so I've got some studs here. hoping for a silver one. Maybe. Too many, huh? Alright, we'll just do that. And then around these guys, maybe just some small little rhinestones. Like should we do green? Alright, I'm going to lift it up and show you. I don't know about these. Anyways, so you can put rhinestones, you can add glitter, you can add some more paint, you know, in different metallics to change it up a bit. Because right now it's very holographic and that's overwhelming. I know you would think, so you're going to put rhinestones in there, but it breaks it up. Can you see how it breaks it up? But I really think these are too much. So I'm going to try something different in there. Thankful for the rhinestone picker. Doesn't like these ones though. I do like these marquees. I think I'm gonna leave those. What do you think? Some pearls? Yes, maybe. Maybe that's what we need. Look, it's hanging on by static. Crazy. I like the pearls. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, pearls it is. What else, guys? Maybe some more of these different colors, marquees. Got some purple. You're going to move these over to this one. Do a lot of purple here. Blue, pretty blue, aqua. See the static. Very cool. These are so cool. They're like a fire garnet color. I don't know. They're so pretty. Can you see it? Man, the focus on my phone today is something, huh? One, two, three, four more. Oh my goodness. Put this yellow one here. And this clear one over here. One more. What color, guys? What color? This one? Or did I already do that? I think I did. Is that it? No, it's a different color. Okay, well, I need one more right there. One up there. Sorry, hang on. You thought you were done, didn't you? We're gonna crown our jellyfish. The question is, what color is our crown? Do we want pink, blue, green, or white? Or like an actual crown? Look here. Ooh, I like that a lot. Oh, I think I'm going to use it. Look, I'll show you the two. Okay. Ooh, got a mess here. All right, let me see if I can do it without knocking everything off. I'm going to turn it sideways so we can get all of it in here. And I'm going to turn on the flash so we can see the sparkles. Now, see, here's this crown. Or this one. Oh my gosh, I think it's the crown. Let me turn that off for a sec. There's those sirens again. Wow. It is Friday night, but I live in a little town. I think this is the one, huh? The crown with the little pearl there. Okay, yes, that's it. That's the one. That's it. Okay. I'm not going to attach them yet because I need to resin, but I don't have enough Mr. Resin to do it, so I have to actually resin it, and I'm not going to do that right now. That's a lot of work. So I will show you the finished product in a photograph at the end of this tutorial, but I want to say thank you again to everyone who tuned in today and hung out with me and stuck it out for this long tutorial with a lot of foil in it. This was super enjoyable, and I hope that you had as much fun as I did. And so if you enjoyed it, hit subscribe and like, and tell your friends so we can get up there with our subscribers and go live. That's my goal. I would like to go live with these so that we can communicate back and forth. Anyways, thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Oh, don't forget to visit us on Facebook, Creative Rock Art and Foil Techniques. We have lots of tutorials over there and lots of people sharing tips and tricks and just very friendly. Okay, Wanda out. I'll see you soon.